I thought Fastlane was worthy enough of having its own review. And I do want to apologise real quick. And I know I may have my own music in the background right now, but if you guys hear anything else, like hear any other loud noises in the background, that would be my dad. He's got like something on, and he's got the music really loud. So if you ever hear anything else in the background other than my own music, I do apologise. But if you can't, then that's fine. I just wanted to get that disclaimer out there in case if anyone was wondering what the extra noise is in the background if they hear any extra noise. So, but I'm pretty sure you won't be able to hear it because my music will hopefully overlap it. So I thought Fastlane was decent enough tonight to earn its own review because there are some things I want to get off my chest here, and I'm pretty sure you guys may like some of the things I say, or you may not like some of the things I'm gonna say. So we kicked off the show tonight with Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso taking on the Judgment Day for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. You know, WWE had a perfect chance to really have this as where the Judgment Day began to crumble and fall apart. But instead, they had Dominic Mysterio drop the North American Championship to Trick Williams, and then they decided to just give it back to Dominic 4 days later after dropping it. And then now here we are, we see Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest drop their Tag Team Championships to Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Why was this necessary? If you wanted the Judgment Day to fall apart, Dominic should have never got his title back. But no, this is WWE. They don't use logic. They do what they think is best for what they feel is best for them. Look, I don't mind Dominic as much now as a heel than I did as a babyface. But all I'm trying to say is that having Rhea Ripley as the sole person with the only title within the Judgment Day would have made so much sense. It would have worked very well. And but one other thing I really don't like is WWE's force of habit of just having two random people get paired together, and then all of a sudden they are now the tag team champions. As much as I love the idea of Cody and Jey as tag team champions, why is this even necessary? Why? What's the point of this? What's the purpose of Cody and Jey becoming tag team champions? I really want to know what the whole purpose is. The one thing that I predicted Drew McIntyre could have possibly caused a heel turn and cost them the match, but that ultimately never happened. Let me guess, is Judgment Day going to invoke their rematch on Raw, and they're going to get the titles back on Raw, just like how Dominic invoked his rematch and won the title back straight away? Swear to God, if that's the case, then I'm not going to be very happy. Because then what would be the point of passing the titles off to somebody else just to pass it back again? It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. If you know what I mean. So JD McDonough, he screwed up. He cost Damian Priest and Finn Balor the match. So all of his hopes of possibly being in the Judgment Day are now pretty much done. Because I'm pretty sure he's not going to be very happy. Because I'm pretty sure the Judgment Day are not going to be very happy with him after him screwing up and costing them the tag team titles. So, it is what it is. So the next match we had was the LWO and their third mystery partner taking on the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. There is no official name yet for this faction. The one thing I did like is finally no more cups. Montez finally got rid of his cups. No more dancing. No more dancing. The cups are gone. They're finally now embracing the heel role. So, who was the third mystery partner? A lot of you are probably asking. Well, if you saw it on social media, then before Fastlane happened, then all the idiots on social media would have given it away for you on social media. Swear to God, I hate Twitter. I know the obvious answer was, then don't go on Twitter, man. You shouldn't have gone on Twitter. But people shouldn't be leaking this information anyway. People should not be leaking information like this anyway. But regardless, the person that returned was Carlito. Carlito, Caribbean Ghoul. I spin the face of people who don't want to be... Oh. He doesn't use that music anymore. He's got some weird new music that has him saying, "It's me, it's Carlito," or whatever. You know, I was not really the biggest fan of Carlito. I'm just gonna say it outright. I wasn't really the biggest fan of this guy, even back in his prime days. But again, this is WWE once again bringing back nostalgic old people. Oh, but Patrick, did you hear the reaction Carlito got? He got a great reaction. Sure, he got a great reaction. You want to know why he got a great reaction? Because he's someone from the past. He is someone that the crowd remember from the past. I'm just not a big fan of the dude, I'm just saying. He was a decent wrestler. He's a decent wrestler. I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler. He's a decent wrestler, just never really was a big fan of him. On the pre-show, we saw Jade Cargill make her first appearance on the pre-show. Yeah, so if you didn't watch the pre-show, you wouldn't have seen Jade Cargill, but they replayed it anyway. So I guess if you didn't watch the pre-show, they would have shown it to you on the replays anyway. So there's that. We saw Jade Cargill appear on WWE for the first time at Fastlane. So it sounds like they're having her completely skip NXT entirely then. Which is fine. So anyway, LWO got the win. I never really told you that they won. I mean, of course they won. Carlito came back. I think Carlito being there should have been the obvious outcome for everyone. But yeah, LWO got their victory over Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Again, they don't have an official name for their faction yet. They're probably going to be called something like the Suit Business or something. I don't know. Next was a triple threat match for the Women's Championship. Io Sky defends against Asuka and Charlotte Flair. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. This match. Everyone was so nervous heading into this match, man, I tell ya. It's just so funny. It's just so funny to see people just so nervous whenever Charlotte Flair is involved in a match. But regardless, the match itself was... I will admit, I kind of believed Charlotte was going to win a few times. Especially at the start when she got misted straight away. When Asuka, misted her in the face straight away, at the start of the match. And then they had to take Charlotte out of the match for a bit. I was like, oh man, are they really going to leave her out there napping all day, trying to fix her eyes, and then she's going to come back and win? Ultimately, no. That didn't happen. Good thing. Look, if Charlotte Flair won, I would have been fair and honest. Because I'm always fair and honest, unlike most people on this freaking platform. But regardless, the match itself was good. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it did a very good job. And I enjoyed the match. Bayley ended up getting involved when Io told her not to get involved, but she still got involved anyway. Charlotte had the figure 8 locked in on Asuka. Io climbed up to the top rope and then she hit the over the moonsault, splatting on top of Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte Flair's shoulders were pinned to the mat. 1, 2, 3. I always hear it on social media, even from my friends. All I hear is Charlotte never puts people over. She's selfish. She's selfish. She never puts people over. She never does. She's always in the title picture. She can never step out of that title picture. But of course, people aren't gonna praise her for taking the pin against Io. People are going to celebrate that Charlotte Flair didn't win the title. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that Charlotte Flair has put 2 people over clean this year, while Becky Lynch is holding the NXT Women's Championship? Oh, but she lost to Zoe Stark, man. Becky Lynch lost to Zoe Stark. But was it clean? But was it a clean victory, though? Was it Becky Lynch taking Zoe Stark's finisher? No outside help from Trish Stratus? The answer is no. Trish Stratus got involved. That's the only reason why Zoe Stark won. If Zoe Stark beat Becky Lynch clean, then I'd give it to you. But Charlotte's both losses, one to Rhea and this one to Io, were both clean. They were both clean. Sure, Bayley got involved, but she didn't do anything. But Bayley didn't do really anything to really protect anyone. Bayley just distracted the referee to prevent Charlotte from tapping out Asuka. That's all she did. That allowed Io to jump off the top rope and moonsault Charlotte for the win. You know, Charlotte isn't as selfish as many people believe, and here's why I believe this. A, she was happy for Sasha Banks in 2016. If you guys remember when Sasha won the title the first time, you see Charlotte break character crying and smiling for Sasha. Yeah, Charlotte doesn't break character often. But that's because she doesn't have to. But she doesn't do it very often. Secondly, she also wanted to lose to Bianca Belair during that whole period when WWE wanted to do the friggin' title switch between her and Becky Lynch, where Charlotte offered up the chance to just drop the title to Bianca, but typical Vince McMahon said, no, we're going through with the title switch. So again, another instance of Charlotte Flair actually wanting to put someone over, and then now with Io, and also with Rhea. But Charlotte's always seen as the bad person. She's the publicity stunt. She's a bad person. She's so selfish. She's always in the title picture. I hate her. She's always in the title picture. But so is Becky Lynch. She's always in the title picture, and I don't see people saying the same thing about her. I wonder why. Biased. But regardless, the match itself was good, and Io pinning Charlotte was the right call to make. Even I will tell you that I believe Charlotte should have been the one to get pinned. Mainly because Asuka's got a match with Roxanne, and you don't really want to make her look weak heading into her match with Roxanne. And also Charlotte's fine. It's not like this loss is going to bury Charlotte Flair and nobody's going to care about her anymore. Oh man, would this community love that. How the community would love it if Charlotte Flair was actually buried. So the next match was John Cena and L.A. Knight. Yeah! Taking on the Bloodline. Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. Holy shit, was this match boring. This whole match was John Cena gets beat down for about 10 to 15 minutes. Nothing but John Cena getting his ass handed to him for 10-15 minutes. Don't get me wrong. John Cena selling and making other people look good is a good thing. I'm not trying to say it's a bad thing. It's actually a good thing that he was making Solo and Jimmy look good. But the reason why I say it was boring is because it went on for too long. I'm fine with the eventual babyface hot tag. I'm fine for that. I am all for the eventual babyface hot tag. We saw that with Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes, but it didn't drag on for too long. It didn't drag on and drag on and drag on and drag on and bore people to death. This match really bored people to death. People were just waiting for the eventual LA Knight hot tag, and when that happened, the match was then pretty much over. LA Knight made the hot tag, he did his comeback, his little slam, his LA Knight Yabo drop, as I like to call it, and then the eventual BFT, Blood Force Trauma, and that's the end of the match. Yeah, that was pretty much the match. Yeah, that was pretty much really what all the match was, and I can't say it was really all that thrilling. Sure, it was a big win for LA Knight. Friggin' light, bloody hell. Friggin' light gave me a scare then. But yeah, like, I just can't really say it was enjoyable. Even my dad was surprised. The main event was Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match. And honestly, I actually really enjoyed this last man standing match. It was actually really good. A lot of high spots. Shinsuke even pulling out the mist. Shinsuke himself even pulled out the mist, which I thought was really cool. But his mist was red. It looked like blood. But, you know. But Seth Rollins ultimately managed to win after everything. The ladder spot through the announce table. Kinshasa through the table. Seth Rollins was able to emerge victorious. I thought Damian Priest was going to cash in, but Rhea and all them told him not to cash in. So overall, the main event was good. I thought it was a good main event. Seth Rollins walks out as world champion still. So the ultimate question is now, what's next? What do they do now? Are they going to continue this feud? To me, it feels like this is the end of the feud. Who do they have Seth feud with now? There's really not really anyone they could really find on the roster. So I'm very curious to finding out what they're going to do with Seth Rollins next, and what do they do next with Shinsuke Nakamura. The ultimate guess that I could possibly think of is maybe they just keep the feud going, but I don't think fans would really want that. So ultimately, that's pretty much my feelings on Fastlane. It was alright. That's really all I can really say about it. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you all on the other side.